Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is BlueMaxima, and I thought before I get completely hooked into Anti-Chamber today, I'm gonna play some Let's Fish. Might want to turn my sound back on. Let's just move my camera over just a little bit. There we go. Man, I really need to clean my mobile phone screen. All I can see is blurs of colour. Yes, this is actually a fishing game made by Sims. These guys did, I think it was Sega Bass Fishing back on the Dreamcast. Anyway, let's just hit continue. You get 4 save game slots. I like that. It's not bad. Alright, so I'm going to turn this down because I can't hear myself think. So basically you got your different modes here, but I'm going to go through the tutorial first. Or the lack of one. The loading times are a little long. Well, it's a little bit annoying, but you know, nowhere near as bad as the Sly 4 demo. Alright, so this is the basic starting area. I mean, like, you can't get more simple than this area. The graphics look really nice on this game. They're smooth, they're not jaggy or pixelated in any way. The textures could use a little work, especially underwater. Alright, this is one problem I have with the tutorial. I mean, like, this is a game that's not exactly hard to pick up, but all it does is give you controls and expect you to do it. So, and also, for a good part of this game, everything is controlled by touchscreen and buttons. You can use either. I like that. So moving the boat is left and right on this touchscreen. Zooming in and out is tapping on the screen. Casting is bringing up the cordage by flicking upwards and all that. So, don't know how I did that. We can move left and right like this. Zoom in. And once we want to cast, we'll tap circle, and that meter shows how powerful you throw. If you get it max, you'll land it right there. Now you've got to bait the fish. Pressing circle or dragging the icon on the screen on the right, it'll show up when I click the close button, will make it go fast, then X will make it go slow, or just dragging it like a small way. Triangle will make it reverse, and powering it in, power reel, we'll just bring it in entirely. I don't understand why they have to call it power reel and not like bring it in or something. So let's just tap the X button. Oh, hang on, I think we've got a fish. Yep, there he is. Hello. Nubble nubble. Nibble nibble. Alright, so you hooked it on. You've got to move the control stick in the specific way it shows, and then you'll hook on and you'll be able to start catching the bastard. So if I just move it up. Okay, now it's time to reel it in. So when the screen is in the direction of the fish, yeah. Pretty sure you can see all that there. So basically, you got to press X to reel it in slowly. Press circle to reel it in really quickly, and then you got to use the analog stick to work with and without the fish. You just got to work with the fish and try and get it in. That was actually a relatively simple catch. So yeah, once you're done with the tutorial, I just let you screw around in here, but there's no real need to. Once you've done it once, you can just ignore that menu option entirely, because there's a few other modes. Like, here's underwater view. See, those are all the stages you can find. There's 11 in total. I have no idea what the other 6 look like. What the other 5 look like, sorry. Alright, so just taking me back to the lodge. Now use the motion sensor to change the angle of the camera. And you can use circle to increase the speed of the camera. It's a little relaxing, you know. Although I can't tell the difference between any type of fish. So, sorry. So if we go back to the main menu. Training and tutorial are roughly the same. Well, you would imagine by training and tutorial, you'd think both would mean the same thing. Alright, let's talk about the characters. You get these 4 characters, and in training mode, they all have their own different skills. Now, in the bios in this game, they're all supposed to be like 17 or 18 or 19, right around that area. Jamie behaves like a 15-year-old. Those two look like they're 20. And, God, I don't even want to think about the look on his face. Ew. But let's just go with Jamie because she's rather disturbing in one way. Let's have a look at the rocky heap, I guess. You can pick what seasons you want and what weathers you want. You have to go through the world tour to unlock the other seasons. I'll show off the world tour soonish. So that's the training mode. If we have a look at challenge, the unusual loading times for a menu. And so I haven't played it. Well, I have played this mode, but one problem I have with this game is that it doesn't autosave. You have to save manually every time. I just don't like it that much. I wish there was an option. So this mode does have online leaderboards. Mad cow syndrome. I usually get more prompts than that. Autosave. That's probably the only place that autosaves. Why? So let's say, yeah, okay. So now, okay, so I think this is like the biggest catch leaderboard, like in the whole game. So that guy's caught a 20 pound, $11 fish. Nice. And, you know, there's weight and catch, you know. So if we go straight into the challenge mode, I'll just play this challenge stage so you can get more of an idea about the game. Don't know if you can see my fingers because my room is unusually dark right now. Right, so the idea of the challenges is that each stage has 3 stars. Every star is a challenge, and if you finish the challenge, you get the star. You can use any lore or any bait or anything that you found throughout the game at this point. Winning stuff in World Tour, I'll explain that later, is the only way to unlock this stuff, I think. I could be wrong. So let's just say the crankbait. Hold on, I'll go back to that. Yeah, you see over here on the left you have the depth. That's how far the lure is going to sink. So if you want to go for something that's relatively near the surface, you go with these 2 sets of lures. If you go with anything, if you want anything like really low, you go with those 2 lures. A lure down the bottom there shows how much of the fish in that current area like that bait. You can increase what your how much your lure is by like sometimes leaving them perfectly still will increase your lure. Sometimes making them move. I imagine fishing people will know more about this because I fucking hate fishing in real life. So, you know, when this game came out, I'm like, I have no idea if I'm going to like this or not. So let's just cast out here. I'll just reel my line in really slowly so I get a better view. Oop, hang on, I've got one in view. Hello, fishy. You can't change the camera angle normally. Like, I can't press any buttons and make it change. It's weird. I mean, like, I can use the analog stick to move around like this. Aw, there's the fishy. Hello. Hooked on. You can't change the camera normally. I'm not 100% sure why that is. I mean, like, I'd like to have a look around, see if there's any fish that I can actually aim my lure at. Now, when the tutorial said move your analog stick in the opposite direction of the fish, I don't know if it meant just during the rod action bits or during, like, the just outside of them as well. I'm not sure. And yeah, you can see the line tension. If your line snaps, you lose that bait that you used. Oh, it's tiny. Also, weird thing about this character, pants are always unzipped. I have no idea why. Like, what's the idea? I don't know if that's a regular thing in Japan or not, but it's a weird one, at least here. And in America too, I know. Well, no, it wouldn't be so... No, that's a low blow. Alright, so second challenge, catch 2 fish. But Oh, I get it. It's rear touchpad, not the... Yeah, I don't like the tutorial. I don't know if you could notice. Now, in the pause menu for this and this area alone, challenge is the button that takes you back to the menu. It's like every other challenge has to take you back to the main menu because the button says main menu or way in World Tour, but in this one's a challenge. It's kind of strange. But yeah, you get the idea. Also, you have to run through all 3 challenges if you want to save your stars. Which I imagine why I don't have any stars right now. Because I really can't be asked running through the whole 3. That's kind of annoying. But, alright. Now let's just have a quick look at World Tour. I'm not going to do anything in the World Tour because it's kind of obvious what it is. What the game is like, I mean. So let's just go with Jamie again. You have 4 slots. That's for all 4 characters, by the way. Because all 4 of them need to finish the World Tour before you can get the Platinum. So, player profile yeah, you can buy skills in this game. In this part of the game, at least. So, look, this one's Divine Gift of Time. I've no fucking idea what that means. Catching Magic Blesses Fish, so I imagine it's rare if fish come up or something. Real, it's Sonic Speed, Sonic Fight, yeah, I get the idea. You get the idea. Your lore list, you can see your lures here. Fair enough, right. Record, your record for the World Tour, total fish caught 18. I didn't think I caught that many. And the base record, this just shows you all your all the fish you've caught. Like the biggest one I've caught is 4 pounds and 4 ounces. Alright, so if we go to start here, it's now the 8th month of 1 year. Remaining actions 1. I think that means you can do more than 1 action. So, yes, this is a very weird one. The 8th month 1 year. So, whenever you do a singular tournament, the month passes on. So apparently you can only go fishing once a month. Right. Can understand if it was once a week, but once a month? So anyway, it warns you if there's tournaments you haven't entered, because throughout the game, you can enter through bronze tournaments to start off with, but then, which is the amateur class, the amateur class tournaments, if you win the amateur class tournaments, like if you win enough of them and get enough points, so if I just go back, class ranking, amateur class, see I'm at 60 points right now. If you come first in the class ranking at the end, you'll be able to move on to professional class, then you'll be able to move on to the master class, then you'll be able to move on to question mark. So you can either play skill up games every month or go on a tournament. If you play a skill up game, you'll completely forfeit your rights to go in the amateur class tournament. So the idea is to play in the amateur class tournament every time it comes up, and when not, you play the skill challenges. So if you go for a skill up, it's basically a challenge, like in the other mode, because as you can see here, catch 4 fish catch, not catch 4 fish, 4 fish catch. And it gives you the rules too, so yeah, it's the same, depending. Oh, but one thing though, in the tournaments, you can only ever catch bass, so I hope you're really good at telling bass apart from other fish. I don't know why. It's a little bit of a ridiculous rule. I mean, like, I know there might be some sort of ruling, but I really don't. I still don't like it. And there's your time limit there. You don't. If you're not paying attention, you'll probably miss it. But yeah, it usually goes for anywhere around 4 to 5 hours of in-game time, which is usually like 5 or 10 minutes. Not a big deal. I won't bother playing any of it because it's pretty much exactly the same as the rest of the game. But yeah, you get the idea. And I imagine you get more, like, actions, so you can do a skill-up game, you can do an amateur class tournament as well, but that probably comes later. For now, I haven't seen it, because I'm not very far in. But you get the idea. It's a bit of a campaign that you can work through, and if you don't win, you just start again. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure you get the idea. And that's Let's Fish. I actually kind of like this. This is ridiculous. I didn't think I'd like this game that much, but it's pretty good. The mechanics are solid. It's got a fair amount of content. I can't really complain about it. It's $20 on the PlayStation Network. You get a platinum if you beat it. Yeah, I have no complaints. It's actually quite a good game. Shrug. You know, if you're looking for a fishing game or just something you can pick up and relax with for a while, you know, this is probably one of the best games to do it with. I don't know. Anyway, this has been BlueMaxima. See you in the weekly update, which will probably be twice as fucking long because I announced like 5 games this week for America. Jesus.